woman
If your
marrying
ex
you
wants to
also
come back
means
into
nothing.
your life, pause and ask
What
yourself.
truly
You are going to
matters
leave your whole
is a woman
family
who
that has
genuinely
always
respects,
block me,
values, and stand
hate
by
me,
you.
ghost
Who is
me.
willing to grow with you,
Your
support
ancestors
you,
are so
and
happy
build
about
a life
something
with
that is
you.
coming urgent.
That, my
Wise man
friends,
once
is what
said,
truly means something.
If your phone doesn't
If you
ring,
agree
Words,
with me,
they
type
kill me.
100 in the
This
comments.
pain you are causing me.
Fighting this battle alone. I'm tired of being afraid of myself.
Who stands beside
There
you.
is someone lying to you,
You are
and this
so
lie has been
precious.
going on for months.
One day I want to
The
marry
worst
you,
part is
to
that this
always
person
cherish
has no
and honor
intention
our
of telling you the
bond.
truth anytime
You're the
soon.
one I
Practice understanding
But do you
and
want to
commit
know the most
healing after the
curious part?
storms. That's what
with sense.
Click on the red cross
Respect
below my
people's
photo
journey.
so you can
Drop
find out who it
100 if
is.
you agree.
But this
And
isn't
now
a
do the following.
coincidence. If
Click
this
on the
video
heart,
found you,
then
it's a
on the
message.
share
Or
arrow,
secrets with
and
others,
look at who
or
is the
spread
fifth
gossip
person
about
on your
you.
WhatsApp list.
She's suffering. She's missing
There is
me.
someone lying
She's waiting
to
for
you.
me to come back.
And this
But
lie
here's
has
the
been
hard-
going
Today's
on for
love
months.
protection level is
The worst
77.
part is that
Type
this person has
77.
no
They are
intention
the
of
ninth
telling you the
contract
truth
when you
anytime
find the green
soon.
button.
But do
They
you
are-
want to know
Receive
the
these
most
blessings.
curious part?
Your hand will
Click
touch
on the red
a lot
cross
of
below my
Beside,
photo so you
because
can find out
today,
who it is.
Jesus will
And
answer
now
your
do
prayer.
the following.
The more you treat
Click
a
on the
woman better
heart,
than yourself,
then on the share
the more she
arrow,
thinks you don't
and
deserve
look
it.
at who
Wants
is
to
the fifth
steal your
person on your
smile.
WhatsApp
Trust
list.
in the power of this
There is
Revolut
someone
section
lying to you,
to protect
and
yourself
this lie has been
and
going on
gain
for months.
life-changing
The worst part is that this person has no intention of telling you the truth anytime soon. But do you want to know the most curious part?
You'll make Jesus happy.
Click on the red
and
cross
before
below
this
my
week is
photo
out,
so you can find out who it is. And
this
now
person
do the
is.
following.
So
Click on the
connect with
heart,
official.
then
Share
on the
this
share
video.
arrow, and
After
look
sharing,
at who is the fifth
first
person
letter
on
because
your
you
WhatsApp
finally remembered
list.
your value. Now what
There
should
is
you do?
someone lying to you,
Careful,
and
if
this
you
lie has
ignore
been
this
going on for
video,
months.
bad
The
news
worst
will
part is that this person has no intention of telling you the truth anytime soon.
Her how to live without you,
But
my
do you
brother.
want to know the most
Men
curious
often think,
part?
oh,
Love.
Click on the red
It's
cross
about
below my
something
photo
bigger.
so you can find out who
Money.
it is. And now do
If
the
they
following.
wanted to be
Click
with you,
on the heart,
they would be.
then on the
either
share
change
arrow,
or leave.
and look at who is the fifth person
a
on your
100 if you
WhatsApp
agree
list.
it
There
was
is
never
someone
my
lying
intention to
you,
cause you pain
and this
or
lie has been
regret.
going on for months.
To be.
The
So
worst
maybe
part
it's
is that
time we
this
stop
person has no
measuring.
intention of telling you the truth
13.
anytime soon.
Don't stay in a relationship where you
But do
don't
you
feel.
want to know the most curious part?
It's a choice, not a mistake.
Click on the red cross below my
The more
photo
you treat
so
a
you
woman
can
better
find
than
out
yourself,
who it is.
the more she
And now
thinks you
do
don't
the
deserve
following.
it.
Voice at
Click
the
on
end of the day saying,
then on the
I will
share
try
arrow,
again
and
tomorrow.
look at who is the
I
fifth
found the
person
button
on your
below
WhatsApp
my
list.
photo and the
The
heart for the
richest
universe.
man in
Accept,
China,
I'm going to
Jack
reveal
Ma,
this
said,
message to you.
"If
But
you
first,
put the
I ask...
bananas and
And he
money
won't
in
settle
front
for
of the
anything
monkeys. The monkeys
So
will
if you meet
choose
a man,
bananas
my growth,
because the
my
monkeys
journey,
don't know
that's
that
my
money
legacy.
can buy a lot of bananas.
She is.
In fact,
If she
if
truly
you
valued
offer
you,
work and business to people,
Please,
they will choose
don't
to
shut
work.
me out.
Because
Let-
most people
Number
don't
4.
know that a business
Your manners
can make more
treats
money
people with
than a
respect.
how great
salary.
it feels to be with you.
One
It's
of
not
the
your
reasons the
responsibility
poor
to
are
remind
poor
And the
love you share
is
with
because
those
the
lucky
poor
enough
are
to know
not
you.
trained to recognize
Every moment.
the entrepreneurial opportunity.
The second,
They spend a lot of time in school,
The more you love her,
and what they learn
the
in
easier
school
it is for her to treat
to
you
work
like
for a
and becoming
salary
a better version
instead
of yourself.
working for themselves.
Any woman you are busy chasing
Comes back
Profit
later
is
saying
better
she
than
misses what you
wages
had.
because wages
Just
can
remember,
support you.
Have time for
But
you.
profits
She'll
can
begin to
make
pick
you a
unnecessary
fortune.
fights or
If you
arguments
don't
using
learn to
half-assed,
recognize
on again, off
opportunities,
again bullshit.
you will
You're
continue
like a
to
fucking
choose the safe path rather than the profitable
Toyota,
one.
Tundra.
Don't forget
Realize
to
they
follow
lost
us.
something real,
There's a jealous
whether they want to admit it.
remember, to receive this message, it's essential to type the number.
It's only a matter of time before she does it again.
tell you the first letter of her
And she-
name and protect you from her in this video. This person pretends to like You you, played but with is my filled heart with like it was a jealousy game. and You wants to see lied. you struggle.
And I'll share
She's
the initial
jealous
of her
because
first
you're
name.
kind and
If
giving
you've
and
reached
have
this part of her
qualities she
mind,
lacks.
frequently checks your
She
social
wants to
media
see you fail
profiles.
because your bright
She's quite
spirit
deceived.
bothers her.
I believe
to cut
this
off her
woman will
jealousy,
eventually reach
you
out
must
after
click
some
on the
time.
plus
Your loyalty,
icon to follow
your
her
love.
and comment.
It's not about
I claim
money.
it, to let the universe's power free you from her negative influence.
By me.
Now,
I stand by
first
you.
letter of
But
her name.
if you decide to walk
Click
away,
on the plus
He checks
icon
your
to
social
follow me
media,
because
replays
it's
your
important
voice
to
in his head.
connect
He misses
with
your
the
voice.
universe's
Is prison.
energy.
Be humble.
When you share this
3.
video, notice the
While
fifth
I was
person's
shuffling
name
here, a
starts
card
with the
fell
same
out showing
letter
a
as the
forbidden
woman
love.
who's
Struggles,
betraying
look
you.
in the mirror first.
If you trust in
Are
the
you
universe's
perfect?
power,
Have
show it
judge
with a
me
comment.
when you are perfect.
If a man is done with you will see these three signs clearly. Listen carefully. 1. He stops communicating with you.
Shut up.
He doesn't call. He doesn't text. He no longer checks in. The conversations you used to have become distant,
If we encounter any
dry,
challenges or
completely
difficulties to
gone.
my life,
He used to ask how your day went. Now it feels like silence has taken his place.
or set you up for
When someone truly loves you, communication doesn't fade, especially if they don't reciprocate. Number 2, he's suddenly too busy for you. He always has excuses, work, stress, plans that don't involve you. He stops making time for you. The dates, the little moments, the plans for the future, all disappear. Best friend. You're no longer part of his priorities, and that hurts. No matter the circumstances, I don't give a flying fuck what you think about me. Cold. Love me, hate me, talk
important conversations.
No hugs, no kisses, no soft
In the last
touches.
24 hours.
He doesn't say I love you anymore, and when he does, it feels forced. His
Your
words don't
second
match his
contact
actions.
will be
If
someone
you're
with
seeing
whom you
these
have an
signs, don't ignore them.
Believed in what you two
You
could
deserve
grow
honesty, not confusion.
build something.
You deserve love,
and
not
nurturing
distance.
your well-being.
Drop a 100
When
if
you're
this
genuine-
spoke to your heart,
I will
and
tell
share
you
it
who
with
this
someone
person
who
is,
needs the truth.
and I want to protect you.
When a woman is no longer interested in you, you'll begin to see a change in her character and attitude towards you. She'll begin to disrespect you. She'll begin to take a longer time to respond to your text. She'll begin to
You'll
give
realize
you
you've always been the
unreasonable
main character
excuses
in your
why
life.
she's always busy and doesn't have time and have a true love
She'll
in your
begin to
life.
pick
You
unnecessary
can just
fights
understand
or
arguments with you
immense
or
joy to
set
my
you
life.
up for something she
And I want
knows
us
you'll
to
fall
continue
for
creating
in
beautiful
order to
lives.
have a
Suddenly
perfect ground
loses
to break up
feelings
with
with
you. When this happens, you should know she has
Nothing
either
you say
cheated
will
on
change
you,
her mind,
and her change of
because
attitude
she
is
already
her
left
trying
you.
to justify
Hoping you
her
won't
act,
notice.
or feel better of
here's
herself,
the
or
thing.
she has seen someone she
At the
feels
end
is
of the
better
day,
than you.
remember
Either
your
way,
worth.
you must have some
Don't
self-respect
settle.
and
You
let
lose
her
my
go.
trust.
She ain't worth
People
it,
come and
because if
go.
you don't let her
To
go,
someone
she will do it in a
who
very
values it
disgusting and
just as
hurting
much
way
as I do.
possible. Yes, that's what
The
happens
richest
when you
man
give a
in
woman too
China,
much power.
Jack Ma,
She will
said,
misuse it.
"If
And if you
you-
don't want any of
The
this
energy
happening and have a
between
true
you two is
love in your
shifting,
life,
and a
you can
major
just understand
conversation-
female psychology and learn game with my female psychology series
Number
linked
2,
below now.
a woman who wants you for your money and brings you
Lifting that weight off your shoulders tonight as you sleep a prophetic
Plus sign on my photo to bring good luck.
games,
but to protect your peace. No angry texts.
She doesn't
I don't
belong
waste
in your
time
life.
hating anyone.
Walk away from her.
I'm too busy building
You are
myself.
probably looking for
Either
an
I
escape.
care about you or you
Send
mean
us a
nothing to me.
Games, but to
I'm
protect your
friendly
peace.
with everyone,
No
but
angry
not
texts.
everyone's my friend.
That's how the blessing begins.
I'll talk,
She's watching
I'll laugh,
right now. Good luck.
but that doesn't make us
Reveal
close.
who this person is.
I don't do fake
and what they
love or
want to
forced
do to
respect.
She has
If I'm
something
around,
important to
it's
say.
because I want to be.
She says, take care of your
I
you.
move quiet,
Now do this.
focus on my own.
Tap the share arrow.
No
and
time
look
for
at your
drama.
Honestly felt like
I've
we
got
just
goals
all
to hit.
thought this because they
People
had
mistake
such
my
sweet-
kindness for weakness, but
Thank
they
you
learn
for
quick when they
breaking that
cross the
negative
line.
energy.
A woman is
I've
talking
been
to
through
someone
enough
else.
to know
She
where to
won't always
place my
confess,
energy.
but her actions will.
I've learned
Because
not
your
everyone
success
deserves access
makes
to me.
her uncomfortable.
I protect my
to
peace,
Reveal
stay
who
in my
this
lane,
person is
and keep building.
and what they want to do to
You won't catch me
Embrace the
chasing
opportunity,
approval or trying to
and you
prove
may
my
just
worth.
find that the path
I know who
But
I
if you
am.
don't stay, you'll be
If I
committing
show
a
up for you,
grave
it's real.
sin. And so
If I walk away,
segunda,
trust me,
dinero
it's
que
final.
no esperabas.
I've got no
Nothing
room
changes.
for fake vibes
She'll
or
either
wasted
grow up
time.
or go.
My circle is small, and my vision is clear. Let them talk.
And either
I'll
way
keep
you
working
win.
in silence.
Drop a
and let the
100 if you
results
agree,
speak.
and pass.
Be okay.
Someone very influential
bottom
has
of my
their eye
heart.
on you. But it's not about
A
love.
girl will say,
It's about
but I've
something
known
bigger.
him before you.
Money.
Number 4.
And a lot of it.
She'll ask you where
Tap
you go.
the heart and the
What-
plus sign
Number 8.
on my photo right now before
She'll
the 10
support your
seconds.
goals. and
Mark
push
this
you.
activates the energy of abundance surrounding you.
facing right now be replaced.
In
When
this
any
very
of this
moment,
happening and have a true
this
love in your
person
life,
has seen
you
you
can
grow
just
in
understand
silence.
feelings, but no one
They
says
know
what
you're
to
about
do.
to cross a line that
When
will
being
change your
good only
financial
brings-
situation. And even if they haven't said it out loud, they're considering you
Un
for
tacto
something
que te
huge.
aparezca va a
Type
ser la
5,
persona que va a
8,
celebrar
4.
contigo.
In the
This message
comments,
reached
that's
you
the
because
number
I,
that
Jesus,
seals
am
this
protecting
message of
you.
alignment
Dándome el
and
orgullo.
prosperity.
Antes que
This
arriesgarme
energy
a
isn't here by
perderte.
chance.
Discutimos,
It's a
sigo
reward for your
queriendo abrazarte.
consistency for keeping the faith,
No importa
even
cuánto.
when no one else
La
did.
espiritualidad me
And
ha estado
now,
diciendo que hoy en
listen
día
closely.
ya no eres amigo o
When you
amiga
share
de
this
esta
video on
mujer.
WhatsApp,
Ustedes
look at
siguen
the
caminando.
8th contact that appears. That person will be key in the next big financial shift in your life. Type I receive this abundance and get ready. Because what once seemed impossible is now coming straight
The worst
to you.
feeling for a man is when he tries to have a conversation with a woman.
You'll begin to see a change in her character and attitude.
The number you
towards
just chose.
She'll begin to disrespect
If you give them a
you.
chance,
She'll begin to
they will
take a
always
longer
respect
time to
and care.
respond to your
Curious part.
text. She'll begin to give you
Click on the red
unreasonable
cross below my
excuses why
photos.
she's
I
always
don't care who's
busy and
doing
doesn't
better
have
than
time
me.
for you.
I'm not in
She'll begin to
competition
pick
with anyone else.
unnecessary
You are
fights
going
or
to leave
arguments
your
with
whole
you or
family
set you up
that
for
has
something she
always
knows
you.
you'll fall for
Find a girl who
in
does
order to
these
have a
5
perfect
things.
ground to break
One,
up with
a girl
you.
who is
When
not
this
shy.
happens, you should know she has either cheated on you and her change of attitude is
A
her
big
trying to
blessing is
justify
coming to
her
your
act
life.
or feel
The way
better
you
of
treat this
herself,
video.
or she has
Something
seen
you've been
someone
waiting
she
for a
feels
long
is better
time
than you.
could arrive
Either
sooner
way,
than you
you
imagined.
must
Don't
have some
force it. If they
self-respect
wanted to
and
be
let her
with
go. She ain't
they
worth
would
it.
be.
Because if you
Not
don't
just
let
as a
her go,
boyfriend, but
she
as a
will do it in a
husband.
very disgusting
Or
and
a girl who
hurting way
treats people off
possible.
her
Yes, that's
feet.
what happens
And
when
when
you
you
give a
find
woman
her,
too much power.
well,
She will
let's just-
misuse it. And if you don't want
My
any of this
frustration
happening
wasn't
and have a true
anger.
love in your life, it was hurt. You
But
can just
message him
understand
first.
female
He needs to
psychology
make the move.
and learn
And when
game
he
with my
does,
female psychology
She wants
series
the
link
world to
below
know that's
now.
her man. A hidden relationship is...
Number 3.
If a man is
woman
done
who
with you,
doesn't take
you will see
instructions-
these 3 signs clearly.
But he is playing a game.
Listen carefully.
He made a
1.
decision.
He stops communicating with
for
you.
your looks.
He doesn't
not
call.
your soul.
He doesn't text.
Don't
He no longer checks in. The conversations you used to have become distant, dry, or completely
He
gone.
just chose you.
He used to ask how your
You were
day
my
went.
lesson.
Now it
My
feels
heart
like
broke.
silence has taken
everything.
his place.
Silence
When someone truly
is
loves
strength.
you, communication doesn't
do
fade,
anything
even in
and
tough
everything
times.
for you.
You threw
2.
away the girl that he's
Because
suddenly
I
too
want to.
busy for you.
So
He
if I
always
ever
has
fall short,
excuses. Work. I've been
Stress.
through enough. Plans that don't
I've
involve.
cried
in silence. He stops making
Comment
time
your
for you.
name and write
The
queen.
dates,
This
the little
one is for me.
moments,
in the last
the
24
plans for the
hours?
future
If so,
all
a
disappear.
clear sign
You're no
is
longer
missing.
part of his
Rule
priorities,
number 1,
and that
don't
hurts.
go broke trying
3.
to look rich.
He grows
Every
emotionally
image of
cold.
you
is a snapshot
of the
affection
joy
fades.
and warmth.
No
Because
hugs,
he
no
couldn't
kisses,
put your
no
bills
soft
at the
touches.
moment.
He doesn't
Everyone
say
wants
I
my
love
name.
you anymore,
If
and
you
when
want
he
me to
does,
enter
it
your
feels
home and
forced.
remove all the evil
His words
inside.
don't
Do
match
everything
his
they
actions.
can to
If
cheer
you're
you
seeing
up,
these signs,
or
don't
simply
ignore
be
them.
there.
You deserve honesty,
So,
not
yeah,
confusion.
keep pretending you're
You
with
deserve
me.
love,
Keep
not
it-
distance.
She doesn't care
Drop
about
a
overseas
100
holidays
if this spoke to
or
your
the
heart.
brand of the
And share
Just
it with
your
someone who
loyalty and
means the
respect.
truth. Because she gives you
There is
hers
someone
with
lying to you.
La segunda,
And this lie has been
dinero
going
que
on for
no
months.
esperabas.
The worst part is that this person has no intention of telling you the truth anytime soon. Write thank you to confirm do you want to know this the most revelation? curious part?
There's many faces.
Click on the red
But the
cross
truth
below my
is,
photo so you
they
can
can
find
watch
out
you.
who
Energy
it
of
is.
abundance surrounding
And
you.
now do the following. Click
In
on
this
the
very
heart,
moment,
that it
then
will
on the
be
share
so.
arrow.
And now I will reveal to you on your
Type,
WhatsApp
who
list.
gives me 1,000
Find a girl who does these 5 things. 1, a girl who is not shy on showing others how much she loves you. 2, a girl who lives far away but has never cheated on you. 3, a girl who sees you not just as a boyfriend but as a husband. 4, a girl who treats you like a king. 5, a girl who asks for permission before doing something simply because she respects you and considers your decisions. If you've watched this far, drop a 100. It shows you're a part of the one person who actually finishes what they start. So, keep your eyes open, your heart ready, and your mind clear. Who knows? Maybe that girl you're searching for is just around the corner, waiting for someone like you to come along and sweep her off her feet. And when you find her, well, let's just say you'll know it was worth the wait. At last there is saying that the greatest happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved. Loved for ourselves, or rather loved in spite of ourselves.
I believe that if you give
When a
him the
woman is no
opportunity,
longer interested in
and
you,
becoming a better
you'll begin
version
to
of
see
yourself.
a change in her
Any
character
woman you
and
are busy
attitude
changing-
towards
to feel
you.
this
She'll begin to
energy even
disrespect
more.
you.
Don't
She'll
miss
begin
this
to take a
opportunity.
longer
Things
time
happen.
to respond to
They
your
see your
text.
progress,
She'll begin to
your
give
consistency.
you unreasonable excuses
$1
why
million
she's
will
always
fall into
busy
your
and doesn't have
account
time for
incredibly.
you. She'll
But
begin to
be-
pick unnecessary fights or arguments with you or set you up for something
Energy of the
knows you'll
universe.
fall for
And if you
in
stayed
order
until
to
the
have
end
a
of the
perfect
video,
ground to
there's
break
a
up with you.
Careful.
When this
If you ignore
happens,
this
you should
video,
know she has either
bad
cheated on
news
you
will ruin
and her
your
change of
ability
attitude
and
is her
embrace
trying
your
to
resilience.
justify her act
Every
or
setback
feel
is
better
a
of
beginning.
herself, or she has
I
seen
see
someone she
everything,
feels is better
and I'm
than
with
you.
you.
Either
And
way,
once and
you
for
must
all,
have some
that God has
self-respect
always been
and
with
let her
you.
go.
He doesn't
She ain't
force
feelings
you.
and
Because if you
boundaries.
don't
Don't let her go. When you prioritize your partner's and
blessings,
hurting way possible.
positivity,
Yes,
and
that's
good
what
news.
happens when you give a
You've
woman
been
too
through
much
a lot.
power. She will misuse it. And if you don't want any of this happening and have a true love in your life,
It is
you can just
third-party
understand
tested,
female
made with
psychology
premium
and learn
ingredients.
game with My Female Psychology series linked below now.
Your energy on getting a
When a
better
woman
life
is
for
no
yourself.
longer interested
Be
in
wise.
you, you'll begin to see a change in her character and attitude towards you. She'll begin to disrespect you. She'll begin to take a longer time to respond to your text. She'll begin to give you unreasonable excuses why she's always busy and doesn't have time for you. She'll begin to pick unnecessary fights or arguments with you or set you up for something she knows you'll fall for in order to have a perfect ground to break up with you. When this happens, you should know she has either cheated on you, and her change of attitude is her trying to justify her act, or feel better of herself, or she has seen someone she feels is better than you. Either way, you must have some self-respect and let her go. She ain't worth it, because if you don't let her go, she will do it in a very disgusting and hurting way possible. Yes, that's what happens when you give a woman too much power. She will misuse it. Because if you don't want any of this happening and have a true love in your life, everyone wants you can just understand female psychology and learn game with My Female Psychology series linked below now.
Number
Before
10.
you go to sleep tonight, I want you to
They'll
hear
stick with
this,
you through the highs
because
and the
it's not
losses.
a coincidence
That's
that
the
this
difference
video
between us.
found
For
you.
me, it's not just
Something
about
powerful
replying.
is about to
Stay
happen
single
in your
and
life.
invest in
And
yourself.
it starts tonight.
God will
God
bring
is trying to speak
Don't
to you.
leave anything
Two
for later.
major things are about
Later.
to shift.
By
But don't
age 35,
scroll.
you should be
The last
smart enough to
person
know
ignored
these 6
this,
things.
and
He
they
will
missed
send an
their blessing.
unbelievable blessing
Don't
into
make the
your
same
life.
mistake.
Trust.
The Bible
You
says,
think I changed?
whoever rejects a
No,
blessing
I just stopped playing
invites
nice while
sorrow.
getting...
You think it's
So
impossible
right now,
because he has a big
tap
ego
the
and
heart
is stubborn.
and follow me.
What are you thinking? My son asked carefully. I want to face her, Sydney said. I want to go to that prison, look her in the eye, and tell her she lost. Tell her she has no power anymore, that I'm done being afraid. Morrison advised against it, said giving Patricia what she wanted, contact, attention, would only encourage her. Sydney didn't care. I'm not doing it for her, Sydney explained. I'm doing it for me. I need to see her, see what she's become, see that she's just a woman in a cell, nothing more, nothing less. The monster in my head is scarier than the reality. I need to face the reality. Against everyone's advice, Sydney arranged a visit, went through all the official channels, got approved, set a date for 3 weeks after Bennett was born. My son wanted to go with her. Sydney refused. This was something she needed to do alone, but she agreed to let Morrison accompany her to the prison, wait in the parking lot, be there when she came out. The night before the visit, Sydney came to our house, left Bennett with us, sat at our kitchen table looking more determined than scared. Thank you, she said, for everything, for being the parents I needed, for loving me like a daughter, for giving me a safe place to land. Always, I told her. No matter what happens tomorrow, you always have us. She nodded, looked at Bennett sleeping in my wife's arms. If something happens to me, nothing will happen, my wife interrupted. But if it does, Sydney continued, promise me you'll tell Bennett about my dad, about Bennett Walsh, about how he loved me, how he protected me, how he was everything a father should be. Don't let her only legacy be her grandmother's evil. Make sure she knows she came from love, too. We promised. Sydney left that night with her jaw set, ready to face her past, ready to end it once and for all. She called me the next morning from Morrison's car. We're pulling up to the prison. I'm going in. Be strong, I told her. Remember why you're doing this. I will, Sydney said. I love you, Dad. I love you too, sweetheart. She hung up. I sat in my kitchen, waiting, praying, hoping this would bring her the closure she needed. Update 3. Sydney walked through the prison doors at 9:30 a.m. Security checked her, patted her down, took her phone, led her through a series of locked doors, each one clanging shut behind her. The visitation room was exactly what she expected. Gray walls, scratched plastic tables, guards stationed at regular intervals. She sat down at the assigned table, waited. Patricia Walsh entered 5 minutes later, shackles on her wrists and ankles, orange jumpsuit, hair grayer than Sydney remembered, face harder, but the eyes were the same, cold and calculating. They sat across from each other. Neither spoke at first. Patricia smiled slowly. Sydney, you look well. Motherhood suits you. Sydney kept her expression neutral. How did you know about the baby? I have friends, people on the outside who keep me informed. I like to know what my daughter is up to. I'm not your daughter, Sydney said flatly. I stopped being your daughter the day you murdered my father. Patricia's smile didn't waver. Such harsh words. The jury believed that story. Doesn't make it true. There's video evidence, audio recordings, your own voice planning it. Evidence can be manipulated. Your father was always good with technology. Who knows what he edited together? Sydney leaned forward. I came here to tell you something, and then I'm never coming back. You're going to stop contacting me. Stop sending packages. Stop having your friends harass me online. Stop everything. Patricia laughed. Or what? You'll report me? I'm in prison, dear. They can't do much more to me. Or I'll go to every media outlet that covered your trial, Sydney said calmly. I'll tell them about the harassment, the letters, the packages, the threats against my infant daughter. I'll make you famous again. Patricia Walsh, the mother who killed her husband and is now stalking her own daughter and grandchild from prison. They'll run that story for weeks. Patricia's smile faltered slightly. You wouldn't. Try me, Sydney said. I've stayed quiet for 3 years, kept to myself, let you rot here in obscurity. But if you can't leave me alone, if you can't let me live in peace, then I'll make sure everyone knows exactly what kind of person you are. I'll do interviews, write a book, whatever it takes to make your life here as miserable as possible. You're bluffing. Am I? Sydney pulled out a paper from her pocket, unfolded it. I've already been contacted by 3 publishers interested in my story, 2 documentary filmmakers, 4 podcasts. I've said no to all of them, but I have their contact information. I could have deals signed by next week. Patricia's jaw clenched. That would require you to relive everything, to talk about that day, to expose your pain publicly. I've made peace with my pain, Sydney said. I've done the therapy, the work. I'm not afraid to talk about what you did anymore. The question is, are you ready for everyone here to know? The other inmates? The guards? People in prison don't like child killers. They especially don't like people who murdered their partners. I wonder how safe you'll be once your story goes viral again. Patricia leaned back. For the first time, she looked uncertain. You've thought this through. I've had 3 years to think. 3 years of you trying to maintain control, trying to keep your hooks in me. It ends today. You have 2 choices. Leave me and my family alone completely. No more letters, packages, or contact attempts through any channels. Or I go public with everything. Every detail. Every piece of harassment. Every threat. Your choice. They stared at each other across the table. Finally, Patricia spoke. And if I agree to leave you alone, you'll do what? I'll live my life. You'll live yours. Behind bars where you belong. We'll never speak again. You'll become nothing to me. A footnote. A cautionary tale I might tell Bennett someday about why you choose your partner carefully. Patricia's eyes flickered at Bennett's name. You named her after him? Yes, Sydney said simply. And she'll grow up knowing what kind of man her grandfather was. How he loved and protected his daughter. How he sacrificed everything to keep her safe. That's the legacy that matters, not yours. Patricia was quiet for a long moment. You've become hard. I've become strong, Sydney corrected. There's a difference. Now give me your answer. Leave us alone or deal with the consequences. Patricia looked around the visitation room. At the guards. The other inmates visiting with their families. At the gray walls that would be her home until she died. When she looked back at Sydney, something had shifted in her face. Acceptance, maybe. Or defeat. Fine, she said. I'll stop. No more contact. No more contact through anyone, Sydney emphasized. No lawyers with fake estate matters. No ex-cellmates sending packages. No online harassment. Nothing. I understand. Sydney stood up. Good. If you break this agreement, if I get even one suspicious email, I'm going to every reporter I can find. Are we clear? Patricia nodded. We're clear. Sydney walked toward the exit. Didn't look back. The guard let her through the locked door. Then another. Then another. Each one taking her further from Patricia. Further from that chapter of her life. Morrison was waiting in the parking lot, leaning against his car. He straightened up when Sydney emerged. How'd it go? He asked. Sydney took a deep breath of free air. It's done. Really done. They drove back in comfortable silence. Morrison didn't push for details. Just let Sydney process. When they got to our house, Sydney practically ran to the door. My wife met her with Bennett. Sydney took her daughter and held her close. Buried her face in Bennett's tiny head and just breathed. It's over, she said. I looked her in the eye and ended it. Over the next few months, nothing happened. No packages, no emails, no harassment. Patricia Walsh kept her word. Sydney's life became peaceful in a way it hadn't been since her father died. She went back to work part-time, brought Bennett to visit us twice a week. My wife would babysit while Sydney did therapy sessions with clients. Bennett became the center of all our lives. Sydney was good at motherhood, patient and attentive, but she also set boundaries, didn't hover, let Bennett explore and make small mistakes. She was determined to raise her daughter differently than she'd been raised, with security and love, but also truth. On Bennett's first birthday, Sydney threw a small party in our backyard. Same spot as the wedding, same group of people, Kelly and a few other friends, my extended family, about 20 people total. Bennett sat in her high chair smashing cake into her face. Everyone laughed and took photos. It was perfectly ordinary, perfectly happy. Sydney pulled me aside at one point. I want to thank you again, for everything this year, for being here, for being the dad I needed while I figured out how to be a mom. You've been a great mom from day one, I told her. I'm trying, Sydney said. Some days are easier than others. I worry sometimes that I'm going to mess her up, pass on my trauma, make her afraid of the world. You won't, I said firmly. You know what real love looks like because your father showed you. You know what protection means because he protected you. Bennett has that same foundation now. You've given her that. Sydney smiled. My dad would have loved her so much. He does, I said. Wherever he is, he sees her. He sees how amazing you've become, how you survived and healed and built this beautiful life. Sydney's eyes filled with tears. Happy ones. I wish he could meet you. You would have been friends. I think so too. That night, after everyone left, Sydney helped us clean up. Bennett had fallen asleep in her car seat. My son carried her to the car carefully. Sydney lingered at our front door. This feels like a full circle moment somehow. Bennett's first birthday in the same place we got married. The same place I learned to trust that good parents exist. You'll have many more moments like this, my wife said. Many more birthdays and celebrations. This is just the beginning. Sydney hugged us both. I know, and I'm not afraid anymore. I used to think my mother would always cast this shadow, that I'd never escape her, but I did. And Bennett will grow up never knowing that shadow. She'll just know love and safety and family. That's the best revenge, I said. Living well, being happy, raising your daughter in light instead of darkness. Sydney nodded. My father would have said the same thing. They left that night. Sydney buckled Bennett into her car seat, kissed her sleeping head, got in the passenger seat next to my son. They waved as they pulled away. I stood in my driveway, same spot where 3 years ago Sydney had collapsed, sobbing. Same spot where I'd accidentally triggered her trauma by calling her daughter. But everything was different now. Sydney wasn't broken anymore, wasn't running, wasn't hiding. She'd faced her past, confronted her mother, set boundaries, and now she was free. I found out why no one will mess with my mom. My mom's this 4'11" woman who works at a library and knits scarves for charity, but I've watched grown men literally back away from her at grocery stores and cross streets when they see her coming. I found out why last week, and it's absolutely terrifying. When I was 8 years old, some punk teenager kept breaking into cars in our neighborhood, hit everyone's car multiple times over several months, stealing whatever he could find. Phones, wallets, loose change, anything valuable left visible. This kid was relentless. Didn't care about security cameras or motion lights. Just kept coming back night after night like some kind of criminal ghost. One night around midnight, he smashes my mom's passenger window with a crowbar and steals her entire purse. Inside was $800 in cash, our rent money that she had just withdrawn from the bank. Also, her credit cards, driver's license, house keys, work badge, everything important. We called the police immediately and filed a report. The cops were sympathetic, but said there was nothing they could realistically do. No cameras caught his face. No witnesses saw the break-in. No fingerprints on the glass, just another case number. My mom just nodded politely and thanked the officers for their time. She seemed unusually calm about losing $800. 3 days later, she's spending every afternoon at the library after work researching on computers for hours, printing out pages of documents, making dozens of phone calls, taking detailed notes in that tiny, precise handwriting. Turns out she'd figured out who the kid was from security footage at a nearby gas station, cross-referenced timestamps, tracked his route backwards, found his social media from a partial license plate reflection, found his address, school schedule, friends, family members, job, everything about his entire life. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. During her investigation, she discovered his mom was having a full-blown affair with their neighbor, 3 houses down, hotel meetings twice a week, romantic weekend trips, secret calls, the whole betrayal package. My mom spent 2 weeks documenting everything, like building a legal case. Screenshots, printed emails, credit card statements, photos, meeting times, locations, more thorough than any private investigator. Then, she anonymously mailed detailed evidence packages to his dad, his mom's workplace supervisor, grandparents, their church pastor, and half their congregation. She also sent copies to the affair partner's wife, their teenage children, their employers, and homeowners association. Both families imploded within 72 hours. Parents screaming in driveways at 2 a.m., police showing up for domestic disputes. Moving trucks the next week, mom lost her job, dad filed for divorce. Affair partner's family fell apart. They had to move across town in complete shame. The break-ins stopped that exact day. Here's how everyone in our neighborhood found out what she did. The kid's dad was so grateful to whoever exposed his cheating wife that he went door to door asking if anyone knew who sent the evidence packages. He wanted to thank them personally. When he got to our house, my mom answered in her floral apron, looking harmless as always. He explained the whole situation, thinking she was just another neighbor who might have information. My mom listened sympathetically, making concerned noises at all the right moments. Then she said sweetly, I'm so sorry that happened, but I'm glad you found out the truth before wasting more years. Something about how she phrased that made him pause and look at her carefully. After an awkward silence, he asked, "Wait, was it you who sent those?" My mom's smile didn't change. She just said, "Your son broke into my car and stole my rent money." I told him through his bedroom window that actions have consequences. The dad stood there in complete shock, staring at this tiny woman who just admitted to destroying his entire family with research skills and stamps. By the next day, he told everyone on our block exactly what my librarian mom was capable of doing. Turns out my mom made a mistake. The evidence she gathered about the affair was accurate, but she had identified the wrong teenager as the thief. The real car burglar was his older cousin who borrowed his crowbar. The kid's family got destroyed, his parents divorced, his life ruined, all because my mom was so certain she had the right person. She didn't find out the truth until last year when the actual thief got arrested for a different crime and confessed to our break-in too. The wrongly accused kid, now 22, spent years in therapy, dropped out of school, struggled with depression from watching his world collapse. My mom tried to apologize, sent letters, offered money, anything. He never responded, until yesterday when he finally sent one message back. "Tonight, you'll understand exactly how I felt." I stared at my phone screen for a solid 3 minutes after reading those words. My hands were shaking so badly I almost dropped the phone twice. Mom was in the kitchen making her usual Tuesday night dinner, humming along to some oldies station on the radio, completely unaware that her past had just shown up in my text messages. The sender was listed as Jasper Holbrook. I remembered that name. He'd been the quiet kid 2 streets over, the one whose family had the massive blow-up that summer when I was 8. The one whose mom had moved out in the middle of the night, whose dad started drinking heavily, whose little sister had to switch schools because of the bullying. The one my mom had systematically destroyed while trying to get our $800 back. I should have told her immediately. That's what a good son would do. Warn his mother that the person she'd wronged was planning something for tonight. But I didn't. I sat there at the kitchen table, phone clutched in my sweaty palm, watching her chop vegetables for stir-fry, and I didn't say a word. Maybe I wanted to see what would happen. Maybe after years of watching people literally cross the street to avoid my mom, I was curious what someone who'd lost everything because of her would actually do. Or maybe, deep down, I thought she deserved whatever was coming. "Levi, you want extra peppers?" Mom called over her shoulder. "Sure," I managed to say, my voice sounding weird and tight. She glanced back at me with those sharp brown eyes that missed nothing. "You okay? You look pale." "Just tired from work." The lie came out easily. I'd gotten good at lying to her over the years. When you grow up with a mom who can track down anyone's deepest secrets with a library card and internet access, you learn to keep things close to the chest. She nodded and went back to cooking. I watched her move around the kitchen with practiced efficiency. This tiny woman who'd taught me to read, who'd sat through every parent-teacher conference, who'd worked double shifts at the library when money was tight so I could have new shoes for school. The same woman who'd demolished 2 families because she was convinced she had the right person. The actual thief, Jasper's cousin Trent, had been arrested 8 months ago for breaking into a pharmacy. During questioning, he'd confessed to dozens of break-ins over the years, including ours. The cops had called my mom to let her know they'd finally caught the person who'd stolen her purse all those years ago. She'd gone quiet on the phone, asked them to repeat the name, then asked where the suspect lived at the time of our break-in. When they said it was Trent Holbrook, Jasper's older cousin who'd been staying with them that summer, I watched all the color drain from her face. For 3 days after that call, she didn't speak, just sat in her chair by the window, staring out at nothing. On the 4th day, she started writing letters, apology letters, to Jasper, to his dad, to his sister. She sent money, thousands of dollars from her retirement savings, tried calling, sent emails. Everything got returned or went unanswered. "They have every right to hate me," she'd said one night, her voice hollow. I ruined that boy's life over a mistake, but that didn't stop her from being the same person. Just last month, our neighbor's teenager had been playing music too loud late at night. Instead of just asking them to turn it down like a normal person, Mom had researched the local noise ordinances, documented every violation with timestamps, and filed formal complaints with the HOA. The family got fined $500 and the kid's car got towed for parking violations Mom had also documented. The fear never went away. If anything, people were more careful around her now, knowing that she destroyed a family by accident. If she could do that much damage while being wrong, what could she do when she was right? My phone buzzed again. Another message from Jasper. "Your mom home?" My thumb hovered over the keyboard. I could warn her. I could call the police. I could do a dozen things to prevent whatever was about to happen. I typed back, "Yes." "Good. I'll be there at 8. It was 7:32. 28 minutes until whatever Jasper had planned. Mom plated the stir-fry and set it down at the table. We ate in silence for a while. Just the sound of forks against plates and the radio playing something by the Beatles. You're quiet tonight, she finally said. Long day. She studied me across the table. You've been acting strange for a few days now. Something you want to talk about? Everything, I wanted to say. I want to talk about how you destroyed a kid's family because you were so certain you were right. How you've never met a problem you couldn't solve by digging up dirt on someone. How people are terrified of you and you don't seem to care. How I'm terrified of you sometimes. Nope, I said instead. Just work stuff. She didn't believe me. I could tell by the way her eyes narrowed slightly. But she let it drop, went back to eating. The clock on the microwave ticked over to 7:45. I'd seen Jasper around town occasionally over the years. He'd dropped out of high school after his family fell apart, started working at a warehouse, moved into a cheap apartment on the edge of town. Last I'd heard, he was taking night classes at community college, trying to piece his life back together. He'd lost weight, had dark circles under his eyes, looked 10 years older than his actual age, all because my mom had made a mistake. At 7:52, I heard a car pull up outside. My heart started hammering. Mom heard it too, looked toward the front window with mild curiosity. She wasn't expecting anyone, hadn't ordered anything. This was unusual. The doorbell rang at exactly 8 p.m. Mom wiped her mouth with a napkin, stood up, smoothed down her cardigan. Wonder who that could be. I followed her to the door, my legs feeling shaky. Through the window next to the door, I could see Jasper standing on our porch. He was wearing a dark jacket, hands in his pockets, face expressionless. He looked calm, too calm. Mom opened the door. For a second, she didn't recognize him. Then I saw the recognition hit her face like a physical blow. Her hand tightened on the doorknob. Jasper, she said quietly. Mrs. Brennan. His voice was flat, emotionless. Can I come in? Every instinct screamed at me to say no, to shut the door, to call the police. But Mom, to my complete shock, stepped aside and held the door open wider. Of course. Jasper walked into our house, into our living room where he stood awkwardly near the couch. He looked around, taking in the normal, boring details of our life. The knitted throws on the couch, the family photos on the wall, the bookshelf crammed with library sale finds. His eyes lingered on a photo of me at my high school graduation, Mom's arm around my shoulders, both of us smiling. You have a nice home, he said finally. Thank you. Mom's voice was steady, but I could see her hands trembling slightly. She clasped them together. Jasper, I know there's nothing I can say that will fix what I did to you and your family. I've tried to apologize, tried to make it right, but I understand if you can't forgive me. If you're here to tell me how much you hate me, I'll listen. You deserve that much. He laughed. It was a sharp, bitter sound that made my skin crawl. You think I'm here for an apology? I don't know why you're here. Your text said I'd understand how you felt, I blurted out. Tonight. You said tonight I'd understand how you felt. Jasper turned to look at me, and I saw something in his eyes that made my blood run cold. Not anger exactly. Something colder than that. Something broken. You're Levi, right? I remember you. You were just a kid when it all went down. I nodded, not trusting my voice. I wanted your mom to feel what it's like, Jasper continued, turning back to her. To have your whole world fall apart because of someone else's actions. To lose everything. To watch people you love suffer because of a mistake you didn't even make. Mom stood perfectly still, barely breathing. What are you going to do? Nothing. The word hung in the air. We both stared at him. Nothing? Mom repeated. I'm not here to hurt you, Mrs. Brennan. I'm here to tell you what you did to me, so you can understand exactly what your research skills cost. He sat down on our couch without being invited, and I noticed his hands were shaking. My parents got divorced. Dad blamed Mom for the affair, but Mom blamed Dad for never being around enough. Morrison called the next morning on Kelly's phone. Can you come to the station? Sydney got there in 15 minutes. Morrison had coffee waiting. He looked like he hadn't slept either. I watched everything, he said. All 19 drives. Sydney, this is ironclad. Your father documented everything perfectly. We have them discussing the plan. We have video of your mother tampering with the medication. We have financial records showing motive. This is murder, premeditated, and conspiracy. What happens now? Now I take this to the district attorney. We get warrants, and we arrest your mother and Trent, but it takes time. Few days at least. In the meantime, you stay hidden. Stay with your friend. Don't go anywhere your mother might look for you. Sydney nodded. How long did he know? Morrison looked at her gently. Based on the recordings, your father first got suspicious about 8 months before he died. Hired a private investigator. Got confirmation 6 months out. Spent the last months of his life building this case. He knew exactly what he was doing, Sydney. He was protecting you the only way he could. Tears streamed down Sydney's face. He died trying to save me. He died making sure they'd pay for what they did. And they will. I promise you that. It took 4 days. 4 days of Sydney hiding in Kelly's apartment, jumping at every sound. 4 days of her mother's increasingly frantic messages. Where are you? People are asking about you. I'm worried sick. Please call me. On the 5th day, Morrison called. "It's done. We arrested your mother and Trent this morning, both charged with first-degree murder and conspiracy. No bail. They're in custody." Sydney felt the breath leave her body. "It's really over? The arrests are made. The trial will take time. But yes, they're not walking free. And Sydney, there's something else. Your father's lawyer, Garrett Walsh, he wants to meet with you. Your father left specific instructions for him to read the will once your mother was arrested." Sydney met Walsh that afternoon. He was an older man with kind eyes and a gentle manner. He spread papers across his desk. "Your father was my closest friend," Walsh said. "I've known you since you were born. What he did, documenting everything, coming to me with his will, he did it all for you. He wanted you taken care of." He slid a document toward her. "The house is yours, free and clear. He paid off the mortgage last year. There's also a trust fund. Your father was more successful than he let on. He lived modestly, invested wisely. The trust currently holds $1.8 million. You get full access when you turn 30, but in the meantime, there's a monthly stipend to cover your living expenses." Sydney stared at the numbers. "I don't understand. We were always struggling. Money was always tight." Walsh smiled sadly. "Your father wanted you to understand the value of hard work, of living within your means. He didn't want you to grow up spoiled or entitled. But he made sure you'd be set for life. There's also a letter he left with me, to be read after your mother's arrest." He handed her an envelope. Sydney opened it with trembling hands. "My beautiful daughter, if you're reading this, it means Morrison did his job and your mother is finally facing justice. I'm sorry I couldn't stay to see you grow into the amazing woman I know you'll become. I'm sorry I can't walk you down the aisle or meet my grandchildren. I'm sorry for all the moments I'll miss. But I'm not sorry for what I did. You are worth everything, Sydney. Every sacrifice, every risk, every moment I spent building this case instead of enjoying my last days. You are my greatest achievement, my proudest accomplishment. Live your life fully, love deeply, trust carefully, and know that your father loved you more than life itself. The house, the money, they're tools to help you build the life you deserve. But the real inheritance is this. You come from love, real love, the kind that protects and sacrifices and never gives up. Carry that with you always. I'll be watching over you, sweetheart. Forever, Dad." Sydney sat in Walsh's office and cried. For her father, for the years stolen from them, for the childhood she'd spent thinking money was tight when her father was quietly building her a future, for everything they'd never have. The trial took 8 months. Sydney attended every day, sat in the front row, watched her mother and Trent try to claim innocence, watched the prosecution present her father's evidence. Video after video, recording after recording. The jury deliberated for 3 hours, guilty on all counts. Her mother got life without parole. Trent got 35 years. Sydney moved into her father's house after it was released from evidence. Spent weeks going through his things, found more letters he'd written but never sent, telling her about his day, sharing advice, expressing his love. She found his journal from those last months, read about his fear, his determination, his love for her consuming every page. The garage became sacred space, where her father had worked on his case, where he'd spent countless hours making sure she'd be safe. She turned it into an office, finished her degree from there. That was 3 years ago. Sydney graduated college, started working as a counselor, helping families dealing with domestic violence and trauma, used her story, carefully, to help others. She met my son 2 years ago at a therapy conference. They connected over understanding loss, over knowing how complicated families can be, over both having to build themselves from painful pasts. She never talked about her mother, never mentioned that her mom was in prison or that her boyfriend had helped commit murder. She just said there was family trauma and she'd cut contact. My son respected that, told me to do the same. So when I called her daughter that day in my driveway, when I patted her shoulder and said it with pride and love, it broke something open in her. All that grief, all that longing for the father who'd loved her that much, who'd literally died protecting her. She told me all of this sitting on my son's bed, voice steady but tears streaming down her face. "Your dad would be so proud of you," I said when she finished. "What you've done with your life, how you've helped people." She nodded. "I know, I can feel it sometimes. Like he's still here, still watching over me. And calling you daughter," I said carefully. "That triggered all of this because my dad used to say it exactly like you did," Sydney finished. "Well done, my daughter. Every time I accomplished something, every time I tried something new, it was his thing, and I haven't heard it since the day I found his letter. 3 years of missing that voice, that pride, and then you said it and it was like he was right there again." I took her hand. "Sydney, I meant it. I'm proud of you, and I'd be honored if you'd let me say it again sometime. Not as a replacement for your dad. No one could replace him, but as someone who cares about you and sees how strong you are." She squeezed my hand. "I'd like that." My son appeared in the doorway. He'd been listening. He came and sat next to Sydney, put his arm around her. "You okay?" She leaned into him. "Yeah, I'm okay." We sat there for a while, not saying much, just being present. Later, they stayed for dinner. We talked about lighter things. Sydney asked me more about the truck, said she wanted to learn more basic maintenance. I showed her how to change a tire after we ate. She was focused, determined. When she finished and stood back to look at her work, I waited. Let her have the moment. Then I said it. "Well done, my daughter." She smiled, tears in her eyes, but happy ones this time. "Thanks, Dad." That name, Dad. It was the first time she'd called me that. My son raised his eyebrows but didn't comment. Sydney caught his expression and laughed a little. "Is that okay?" she asked me. "I don't want to overstep or make it weird." "It's more than okay," I told her honestly. "It's an honor." Update 1. 3 months passed. Sydney became a regular at our house. Sunday dinners, help with car stuff. She'd call me sometimes asking about random maintenance questions or just to chat. My wife adored her, said she was the daughter we never had. My son proposed on a random Tuesday. No big production. Just asked her while they were cooking breakfast. She said yes immediately. Called us crying happy tears an hour later. Wedding planning started. Sydney didn't have family to invite. It was just going to be our side and her friends. She was fine with that. Said she'd made her peace with it. But during a fitting for her wedding dress, something happened. The shop owner asked about her mother. Standard question. "Will your mother be joining us for the fitting?" Sydney's face went carefully neutral. "No, we're not in contact." The shop owner pushed. "Oh, that's such a shame. Every bride needs her mother on her wedding day. You should reach out. Life's too short for family feuds." My wife, who'd come along for the fitting, stepped in. "Sydney's family situation is complicated. Let's just focus on the dress." But Sydney had gone quiet, distant. She finished the fitting robotically. Didn't engage with any of the dress talk. In the car afterward, my wife asked if she was okay. "People always assume," Sydney said softly. "They hear you don't talk to your parents and they think it's some petty argument, like you can just forgive and move on. They don't understand that some family members are dangerous. That cutting contact isn't mean, it's survival. You don't owe anyone explanations," my wife told her. "Your past is your business. Share what you want, when you want. The people who matter will understand." Sydney nodded but didn't look convinced. Over the next few weeks, the wedding planning got heavier for her. Every vendor asking about her parents. Every tradition that involved family. Father-daughter dance. Mother-son dance. The assumption that both sides would be represented. My son started noticing. Sydney would shut down during planning sessions. Get quiet and withdrawn. He asked me what to do. "Give her space but let her know you're there," I suggested. "And maybe ask what she actually wants for the wedding. Strip away all the traditional expectations. What would make her happy?" He took that advice. Sat down with Sydney one night and asked her directly, "What kind of wedding do you actually want? Not what we're supposed to do. What would make you happy?" Sydney thought about it. "Small," she finally said. "Really small. Just your family and a few of my close friends. Something low-key, maybe outdoors. Nothing that draws a lot of attention." "Why?" my son asked gently. Sydney hesitated, then said, "Because my mother is in prison. She's been there for 3 years. Life sentence. And I'm terrified she'll find out about the wedding somehow and try to ruin it. Or her lawyer will reach out. Or the press will get wind of it. Bennett Walsh's daughter getting married. They covered the trial. Some reporter might remember." My son took her hand. "Then we do it your way. Small, private, no social media posts. We'll keep it between us and the people we trust." They planned a wedding for 30 people. My backyard. Early October. Sydney's friend Kelly as maid of honor. My nephew as best man. Simple ceremony, barbecue reception. Exactly what Sydney wanted. 2 weeks before the wedding, my phone rang. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. "Is this Frank Morrison?" A woman's voice. Official sounding. "Yes. This is Linda Kowalski from Greenfield Correctional. I'm a social worker here. I need to speak with you about your son's fiancée, Sydney Walsh." My stomach dropped. "What about her?" "Her mother, Patricia Walsh, is an inmate here. She's recently learned about the engagement. She's requesting contact with Sydney. She's asked me to reach out on her behalf." "No," I said immediately. "Absolutely not. Sydney wants no contact with her mother. That's been made clear." "I understand," Linda said carefully. "But Patricia is quite insistent. She's making threats. Says if she can't attend the wedding or at least speak to Sydney, she'll make problems. Contact media, cause issues for the family. She can be very convincing. Her threats mean nothing. She's in prison. She can't do anything. She has access to mail, phone privileges. She's been writing letters. None have been delivered to Sydney, per Sydney's request for no contact. But if Patricia escalates, if she involves outside parties, media, lawyers, it could become complicated." I felt my blood pressure rising. "What are you asking me to do?" "I'm asking you to inform Sydney of the situation. Let her know her mother is aware of the wedding and is requesting contact. What Sydney does with that information is her choice, but she should know. I hung up and immediately called my son. Explained the situation. He went quiet. We can't tell her, he finally said. She's so happy right now, so excited, this would destroy her. But if her mother escalates and Sydney finds out we knew, then we deal with it then. But I'm not letting that woman ruin these next 2 weeks for Sydney. She's taken enough from her already. We decided to wait, not tell Sydney. Handle it if the mother actually did something. It felt like the right call to protect her. The wedding day was perfect. Sunny, warm, leaves just starting to turn. Sydney wore a simple white dress, flower crown in her hair. She looked radiant. The ceremony was short, sweet. Sydney's vows made everyone cry. She talked about finding family, about how love means showing up, about how my son had taught her it was safe to trust again. When they kissed, everyone cheered. The reception was exactly what Sydney wanted. Low-key, burgers and dogs on the grill, beer and coolers, kids running around, laughing and music and celebration. Sydney danced with my son to their song. Then she came and found me. We're skipping the father-daughter dance tradition, she said, but I was wondering if you'd dance with me anyway, not as a replacement for my dad, just because I want to. I'd be honored, I told her. We danced to an old James Taylor song Sydney picked. She was quiet at first, then she said, "Thank you for being the dad I needed these past few months, for teaching me about cars, for letting me call you dad without making it weird, for giving me a place to belong. You've always belonged," I said. "From the moment we met you. Your family, Sydney. You always will be." She hugged me tight. "I wish my real dad could have met you. He would have liked you. I wish I could have met him too. He raised an incredible daughter." The party wound down around 10. People started heading home. Sydney and my son were leaving for a long weekend camping trip for their honeymoon. Simple and perfect for them. They loaded up the car. Sydney hugged everyone goodbye. She seemed lighter than I'd ever seen her, free. They drove off into the night. My wife and I cleaned up the backyard, took down lights, picked up trash. It had been a perfect day. My phone rang at midnight. Unknown number again. I answered. "Frank Morrison." Different voice this time. Male. Official. "Yes? This is Officer Chen with Greenfield Correctional. There's been an incident involving Patricia Walsh. She became violent this evening when she learned about her daughter's wedding. Attacked another inmate who made a comment about it. Patricia's been placed in isolation, but during processing she made specific threats against Sydney and your family. Threatened to, quote, make everyone pay for excluding her. We're documenting everything, but I wanted to make you aware. Is Sydney in danger? Patricia's in prison. She can't physically do anything, but she has phone privileges once she's out of isolation. She could make calls, harass people. We can restrict some of that, but not all. I'd recommend you inform your son and his wife. They may want to change phone numbers. Be cautious with social media. I thanked him and hung up, stood in my dark backyard, looked at where Sydney had danced just hours earlier. So happy, so free. My wife came outside. Who was that? I told her. She sank into a lawn chair. That poor girl. She can't even have one perfect day without that woman finding a way to taint it. She doesn't have to know, I said. Not tonight, not on her honeymoon. We'll tell them when they get back. Let her have this happiness for a few more days. We went to bed, but I didn't sleep. Kept thinking about Patricia Walsh in isolation. Planning ways to hurt her daughter, even from prison, even after everything she'd done. Some people don't know how to stop destroying the ones they're supposed to love. Update 2. My son and Sydney got back from their honeymoon 4 days later. Tanned and smiling. They came straight to our house from the road. Showed us pictures. Talked about hikes and campfires and stars. I waited until they'd eaten dinner. Then I asked Sydney to step outside with me. My son followed. He could tell something was wrong. "Sydney," I said carefully, "there's something you need to know. Your mother found out about the wedding." The light went out of her eyes immediately. "How?" I explained the calls, the social worker's outreach, the incident at the prison, Patricia's threats. Sydney listened without expression. When I finished, she just nodded. "Okay," she said. "Okay?" my son repeated. "Sydney, she's making threats. She's been making threats for 3 years," Sydney said quietly. "From prison, from behind bars where she can't actually do anything, except run her mouth. This doesn't change anything. She could call people, harass them, make problems," I said. Sydney looked at me with tired eyes. "She can try, but everyone who matters knows the truth. My friends know. Your family knows. My father's evidence put her away. She has no credibility, no power, just anger from a cell." She was right, but I still felt uneasy. "What do you want to do?" "Nothing," Sydney said. "I want to do nothing. I want to keep living my life, keep being happy. She doesn't get to take that from me. Not anymore." My son pulled her close. "We should still be careful. Change numbers maybe. Limit social media." "I'll change my number," Sydney agreed. "But I'm not hiding. I'm not living in fear of a woman who's locked up. That gives her too much power. Over the next few weeks, everything seemed fine. Sydney changed her phone number, blocked her mother's prison phone access through official channels, set up no contact orders through her lawyer. But small things started happening. Sydney's work email got flooded with spam. Someone created a fake Facebook profile using her name and started posting bizarre stuff. Nothing overtly harmful, just weird enough to be disturbing. Sydney reported it, got the fake account shut down, but another one popped up. Then another. It's her, Sydney said during dinner at our place. Or someone she's paying on the outside. She has money, the insurance payout before she was convicted. It's sitting in an account somewhere. She can use commissary funds to pay someone. Can you prove it? My wife asked. No, that's the genius of it. Just small annoyances. Nothing big enough to trigger serious investigation. Just enough to remind me she's out there. That she's thinking about me. My son was furious. This is harassment. There has to be something we can do. Sydney shook her head. We document everything. Save screenshots. Report it. But beyond that, we just keep living. That's the only way to win. A month later, Sydney got a letter. Not from her mother directly. From her mother's lawyer. Requesting a meeting to discuss estate matters. Sydney brought it to Garrett Walsh, her father's lawyer. He read it and frowned. There are no estate matters, Walsh said. Everything was settled years ago. Your mother has no claim to anything. This is just another attempt at contact. Should I respond? Sydney asked. Absolutely not. I'll respond on your behalf. Remind them that all contact attempts are violations of the no contact order, and I'll file a complaint with the Bar Association about this lawyer's tactics. Walsh handled it, but more letters came. Different lawyers, all claiming to represent Patricia Walsh, all requesting meetings or phone calls or mediation sessions, all phrased as urgent legal matters. Sydney stopped opening them, just forwarded them directly to Walsh. Let him handle everything, but it was wearing on her. I could see it, the tension in her shoulders, the way she checked her phone constantly. Looking for the next intrusion. Talk to me, I said one afternoon. She'd stopped by to help me winterize the lawnmower. Sydney was quiet for a minute. My therapist says my mother is trying to maintain control, that these little contacts, even through lawyers and fake accounts, they're her way of keeping me tethered to her, of reminding me she still exists. What do you want to do? I want her to disappear. I want to never think about her again, but she won't let me. She'll keep finding ways to reach out, to remind me, to try to pull me back into her orbit. So you don't let her, I said. You keep building your life. Keep focusing on what matters. Eventually she'll realize she's not getting the reaction she wants. Sydney nodded, but I could tell she wasn't convinced. 2 months later, Sydney found out she was pregnant. She and my son were thrilled. Terrified, but thrilled. They came to tell us the news on a Sunday afternoon. My wife cried happy tears, hugged Sydney tight, started planning nursery colors and baby showers. I congratulated them, told them they'd be great parents. But privately, I worried. Sydney had a baby on the way. Patricia Walsh had found out about the wedding. She'd find out about this too. And what then? Sydney's pregnancy was smooth, no complications. She worked until her 7th month, then took leave to prepare. My son painted the nursery. They took classes, read books, did everything first-time parents do. Sydney seemed genuinely happy. The harassment had slowed down, just occasional spam emails now, nothing major. It looked like Patricia Walsh had finally given up or lost interest. Then Sydney got a package, no return address, postmarked from a town 2 hours away. Inside was a baby blanket, hand-knitted, yellow and white, beautiful craftsmanship, and a note, unsigned. For my grandchild, can't wait to meet them. Sydney dropped the blanket like it was poison, called my son immediately. He came home from work, called me. We all sat in their living room staring at the blanket on the floor. She knows, Sydney whispered. How does she know? Social media? My son suggested. Maybe one of your friends posted something. Sydney shook her head. I made everyone promise not to post. We haven't told anyone except immediate family. Just your parents and Kelly. Medical records? I offered. Could someone at your doctor's office have leaked information? That's a federal crime, Sydney said, but she looked uncertain. We called Detective Morrison. He'd retired but stayed in touch with Sydney. He came over that evening, looked at the package, the blanket, the note. This is escalation, Morrison said seriously. She's not just harassing you anymore. She's targeting your child. This needs to be reported officially. Let me talk to some people. Morrison made calls. The next day, 2 detectives came to interview Sydney. They took the blanket as evidence, traced the postmark, found that the package had been mailed from a town near a minimum security facility where one of Patricia's former cellmates had recently been transferred. The theory was that Patricia had paid this ex-cellmate to mail the package, to gather information somehow, maybe through social media searches using names of Sydney's friends, maybe through public records if Sydney had registered for baby supplies at stores. The detectives couldn't prove it definitively, but they went to the prison, talked to Patricia, reminded her of the no-contact order, warned her that any further violations would result in loss of privileges and possible additional charges. Patricia, according to the detectives, just smiled, said she didn't know what they were talking about. She'd never sent any package, couldn't be held responsible for what other people chose to mail. Sydney went into labor on a Tuesday night, fast and intense. My son called us from the hospital at 2 in the morning. It's happening. She's asking for you. We got there by 3. Sydney was in between contractions when we arrived, grabbed my wife's hand. I'm scared, she admitted. Not of the birth, of what comes after, of her finding us, of her somehow getting to my baby. She won't, my wife promised. We'll protect you. We'll protect this baby. That woman will never get near your child. Sydney gave birth at 6:17 a.m. A girl, 7 pounds, 4 ounces, perfect in every way. They named her Bennett, after Sydney's father. When the nurse handed Bennett to Sydney, everything changed. Sydney looked at her daughter and something fierce came into her eyes. Something I'd never seen before. I'm going to end this, Sydney said quietly. I can't live like this anymore, waiting for her to intrude, waiting for the next package or call or threat. Bennett deserves better. She deserves a mother who's not constantly looking over her shoulder.
Be careful. There is someone sitting on a bed at this very moment.
Judge me when you are perfect. Otherwise,
he made a
shut
decision.
up. You think there are 5 dangerous women you must avoid. I shall explain. When a woman is no longer interested in you,
someone who really loves you is going to do these 10 things.
I will marry you,
because I know he is hurt.
From the moment I met you. If a woman leaves you for another man, don't argue, don't beg, don't chase. Just when a woman stops getting jealous, stops questioning, doesn't text.
If I don't text first, we don't talk. If I don't reach out,
you threw her away. You threw away the girl that would longer in our time apart. Until then, I'll wait for you.
No value. She's a financial vampire and parasite. Correction and directions from you. She is an arrogant,
unnecessary drama, giving you no peace because he wants
protection.
Pride.
He needs patience,
someone's influence.
Not pressure.
Want to know who it is? That he doesn't want to click the green share button and see.
Or I'm not upset.
He will seek you.
Just know that the last tear has
the real test.
He just wanted to be heard. He just wanted to feel.
On showing others how much she loves you. 2, a girl who lives
far. Here, ready to listen, to apologize, and to make things right. Boom boxes and a whole lot of imagination. Life was like.
If you can't say something good, stay silent. Don't make promises you can't keep.
It's on flash sale for just $9. Links below.
Of your life. These times will make you wise.
To have a perfect ground to break up with you. When this happens, you should know
the green button and then the WhatsApp button. The first person in your
wants to steal your smile. Trust in the power of this revolution.
Versus protection. The serpent card has appeared. It shows there's deceit.
To show you off and introduce you to the people they care about. And anyone who brings chaos,
they can talk about you, but they can't stop what God
can support you. But prophets can make you a fortune. Continue to choose the safe path rather than the profitable one.
Now, I ask you to treat this video as you would treat Jesus, the beggar of tomorrow. Don't mock people who are struggling. Be honest with me. Don't go all silent on me, please. I know I'm not too. Yet, you stayed,
trying to forget about you.
And that's wonderful. Really the blessing he's preparing for you.
If you stop watching this video now,
he knows you.
And comment, I return it to the universe. If you continue until
these lucky
let's find out who she is, and I'll share the initial of her first name.
Your life will change. Use this sound before you go to bed.
A woman sharing her food with you means nothing.
To receive this
woman always
for you to stay the same.
The number 412.
You're the one I dream about.
I sense
that won't matter when the clock runs out. We rush through
to the one she's lying
to.
Stubborn and can this is the truth.
Too short to be holding on to grudges. Too short to let your pride run.
Because it enhances our connection. Stick with this video till
24 hours.
The second thing that will happen is that the person you love will reach out
himself
immediately after finishing this video.
When you click
I'll tell you that
deep down he wants to talk to you. He was about to send you a message.
Your money. That respect is fake. It's shallow.
Through anything as long as we communicate and hold on to the love.
Remember, karma is real. If you do nothing,
mentally she's drained. She's been strong for too long, holding it together for everyone else while silently falling apart. The weight she carries isn't just physical, it's emotional, and it's heavy.
If he's
no
on
one
that
sees
list,
the
he's
battles she
watching
fights
you
in her
too.
mind
Use
every
the
single
pushing-
day.
Don't value.
She's exhausted from overthinking, from caring too much, from
Here's
always
what's
being
coming.
the one who shows up.
First, a
But
transformation.
still,
Focus on yourself.
she gets out of bed.
Level up.
She pushes
Hit the
through.
gym.
She
The
keeps
fuck's
loving.
game you're playing.
Keeps giving. Define what the fuck
Keeps
we
trying.
are, or get the help, because that's who she is. She doesn't need recognition or applause. She just wants a moment to growing, learning, to not have to be
Clone the whole
okay.
bakery.
And if you asked her
Rule
how
number
she's doing,
2.
she'd probably
Every
say
single time
fine
that I
with a
showed up
tired
when I could have
smile.
walked away.
But inside,
So-
she's screaming for
So
rest.
focus on yourself.
Not attention,
Build your
not
life
pity,
and
regret it. Just peace. Please
kind
know
that
that
lets
my
her feel
feelings for
safe
you
enough
were
to fall
genuine
apart
for a while
themselves from
and
you out of
heal.
pride. Or maybe
If
it's
this
someone who
hits
still likes
home,
Those
comment,
men are your
"She is
replacement.
me."
Avoid
Or
her.
share this with the person on your mind. And don't forget to follow, because this page
Drop your
is
name
for
in the
you.
comments. I want to pray for you.
Will choose bananas
Stop.
because
Stop.
the monkeys
Stop.
don't know that money.
This is a very important message for
making
you.
her laugh.
You're
more
going
than
to
you can
make a
imagine.
big mistake if you skip
Even if
this
he doesn't
video.
show it.
Your
He works
life
harder
is
than he
going to
talks,
stall.
using his job as a
Don't do
distraction.
it.
I know where I've
The
come from,
universe wants
and
to
I know
give
where I'm
you
going,
very
so I
important
keep pushing.
news.
You respect me.
Press the heart and
I
touch
respect-
the icon in my photo to accept the guide.
He built.
Someone close to you has blocked your path with shame and
Act
negative
like you
energy.
can't afford the bread
But
until
a
they
new
find
door
out you.
is opening.
Watch until the very end.
Click on the
For
white
you'll want to
arrow,
receive
and you will see
100%
6 people
in the comments.
appear.
It shows you're
The
part of
second
Here to
person
warn
is
you.
draining
Please
your
write
energy.
shield
But
in
the
the
fifth
comments.
Is I
is
made
the
that
key to
choice,
your
knowing that it
destiny.
wasn't what I truly
Money.
wanted.
Number 3.
Cheers.
A woman
Stay
who
with
doesn't
me to
take
gain more
instructions.
information and share my messages with others.
Over a misunderstanding
Stay
or
happy.
unspoken pain is something I can't bear.
Your second contact will be someone with whom you had an.
I wasn't moving off who they were. I was moving off who I am.
Watch actions instead of words, because the right people will never.
It's about building something that lasts.
You've been carrying weight
And I want
that
to
don't
build that
belong
with
to you no
But when
more.
her peace became more
Somebody
valuable than
been
her
holding you
pain,
back, acting like they love you but ain't showing up the way you deserve.
And that this word is meant for you.
And baby,
Come back
that
and
ain't
comment.
your
It's
burden
me.
your
to
life
carry.
will change. Use
Time
this
for you to
sound
step out
before
of
you
that
go to
mess
bed.
and
We'll
step
face them
into
together
your
and find a
blessing.
solution.
And
What I
look
truly
here.
to my life.
I see money knocking too, but it's been waiting
You
on
need to
you
click
to
on all
clear
the
that
buttons so I
old
know you
energy
accept
out.
me in your house.
I held on for as long as I could, hoping that things would change.
Time for games. I claim my blessings and
like. And maybe
Because Mama say, soon as you do,
Maybe you were built
love
to
gon'
make an
flow,
impact.
You that is
money
greater
gon'
than any
come,
obstacle.
and protection gonna wrap all
Success-
around
and
you
walk
like
out
sweet
like nothing
southern
happened.
honey.
She fights battles
Baby,
no
your
one
time
sees.
is now.
Two
people want to win you, but their intentions are not the
Every
same.
month is a new
I will
chapter.
tell you who is the best
And
for
every
you.
year is a
But
new.
before that, today's love protection level is 77. Type 77 in the
God is
comments to
renewing
strengthen your
thoughts.
bond.
Second,
You have the heart of an honest person
First
who values
revelation,
you highly
an unexpected
and wants a
amount of-
stable
Love
relationship
is a
with you.
gift.
If
Don't
you give
waste
them a
it on
chance,
people who treat
they
it
will
like
always
the truth
respect and
anytime
care for
soon.
you because they truly
But
like
do you
you.
want to know the most money outside
let me
the
reveal
system
who
will
this
fall
person
into your
is.
account?
The
But only
second person you see
She
when
may
you
not
open
show it the
WhatsApp
way
is
you
the one
want,
who truly
but
wants
her
to be
love
with
is
you.
deep. I
Someone
choose
has
myself,
strong feelings for
even
you,
if it
but is
means
also
walking
jealous
away.
of you. To
If I
find out
did
their
wrong,
initial,
come back to me,
share
talk to
this
me.
video.
If
After
I hurt
sharing,
you, be honest
the
with
first
me.
letter
Don't
that
go all
appears is
silent
their
on me,
initial.
please. I know I'm not looking. Click the link and get your own precision sprayer today. Link in bio. Brand is a precise, versatile knife for all your slicing needs.
Now I am going to be direct. 72 hours is the key.
Not perfect, and I might have made mistakes, but I can't fix.
They thought they had it all, but they need a real one with.
like this video, follow me, and hold your head high, because the ship.
And I tell you that he will seek you. But now comes.
It's important to remember that it doesn't matter if you choose to keep this private.
Write thank you to confirm this revelation.
She'll make you feel loved, secure, and appreciated. Number 3, if she sleeps before.
A man who stays silent after being disrespected. That's the one.
93 in the comments to strengthen our connection.
She'll make you feel loved, secure, and appreciated.
She wants to know she truly matters to you. When a girl loves you, she be
Pain. I treat people with care. I see the best in them. You are not just my heart. You are my life. You're not. If you want to love me, love only me. Don't play.
I want the best for both of you. Now listen.
Things you say, even when you think she's not listening. Number 2, you'll be the first one she misses when she wakes up.
Compártelo en WhatsApp. Fíjate bien. El primer código cuando esas 3 cosas se cumplan.
I gave my heart to those who didn't deserve it.
De que termine este mes, vas a recibir 3 bendiciones grandes. El contacto que te aparezca va a ser la persona que va a celebrar contigo.
Decir que las bendiciones llegaron. Te voy a contar las 3 cosas que van.
Así que toca el corazón hasta que se ponga rojo.
Papeles de la victoria. Esos documentos están por llegar.
Cuando esas 3 cosas se cumplan.
Skip this video if you love the devil. If you love Jesus, stay on this video.
In the comments to strengthen your
Now,
bond.
if you skip,
You
Satan
have the
will
heart
enter your
of an
home
honest in
today
the
and I won't
comments
be
to
able to help
strengthen your
you.
bond.
I'm here to remove
You
evil
have the
from your
heart
life.
of an honest.
But if
Curious
you don't
part.
stay, you'll be committing a
Click
grave
on the red
sin,
cross below my
and something
photos.
very
Stop
bad
talking when
might
he
happen
feels
to
it
you.
doesn't matter.
Are you home,
And
my
once he
child?
shuts down,
Stay until the
One
end.
thing clear.
There is someone who wants to see you fail.
He pretends
I didn't
he's
want to
fine.
say it like
He
this,
laughs
but
with
this
his
person
friends.
wants to see
But
you
late at
struggling.
night,
Most people
Listen
have no
carefully to
idea
what I
they're
have to tell
carrying
you, my
pounds of
child.
waste their
You
body
will
can't
deeply
flush.
If a
regret it
woman
you
leaves you
skip,
for another man,
because this person will bring great
don't
harm
beg,
to
don't
you.
argue.
You threw
I
her
will tell
away.
you who this person is.
You
and I
threw
want to
away the
protect
girl
you
that
from their
she
evil.
doesn't talk about it.
Do you see
But there's a
these 4
whole
buttons
war
on the
inside
side?
her that no.
I don't talk
If
about
you want
everything
me to
I'm
enter
going
your
through,
home and remove all
because
the evil
honestly,
inside,
when
you
I
need
want
to click
something,
on all the buttons
I work
so I know
hard
you
for it.
accept me in your house.
I don't depend on anyone.
Brutal
If you don't
reality
do it, it
is,
means you want
you
Satan to
didn't
take
lose her
control
when
of
she
your life.
walked away.
I won't force you to
The
click
worst
anything,
part
but
is that
if
this
you
person
don't,
has no
you must
intention of
leave this
telling
video
Number
immediately.
4,
Because
stop
that means you
believing
do not
corporate
accept
propaganda.
Jesus Christ.
No matter
Now
how
I will
tough it
reveal
gets,
who this person is.
success
But I
isn't
ask you
I
to
am
stay away from them
trying to
immediately.
smile through it,
Cross your
laugh
fingers.
it off,
Click the
tell
share
everyone.
button.
You lost
After
her the
clicking,
moment you
select the
started
WhatsApp
treating her
option.
like she was
Your
just
third
an option.
contact
I love
has the
smarter.
initial of the
Now I
person who
protect
wants to
my
see you
peace.
fail.
Now I don't
I'm sure
beg
you already know who it is. Isn't that right, my child?
I want to make you feel
Write in the comments, I trust in God. By doing this, God will command his angels to protect
Even a
you.
woman saying she loves you means nothing.
Skip this video if you love the
Forcing
devil.
yourself to ask
If you
them to
love
change.
Jesus, stay
Stop
on this
forcing them
video.
to try to get them.
I can't
Now,
envision
if
a
you
future
skip,
without you by
Satan
my
will
side.
enter your home today and I won't
Your
be able to
presence.
help you.
I'm
here to
learning to
remove
forgive
evil
myself
from your
for not
life.
being the
But
version
if
of
you don't
love you
stay,
were.
you'll
You
be
are so
committing a
precious.
grave sin.
One
And
day
something
I
very
want to
bad
marry
might
you.
happen
feel
to you.
this too.
Are you home, my
I know
child?
his pride is screaming.
Stay until
but
the
you-
end. There is someone who wants to see you fail. I didn't want to
Just
say it
felt
like
here is
this,
that
but
there's
this person
someone
wants
who
to
is
see
going
you
to come for
struggling.
you.
Listen
And if you-
What
carefully
she
to
has
what I
to
have
say
to tell you, my
changes
child.
everything.
You will deeply
If you're
regret it
open
if you
to hearing-
skip, because this person will bring
have
great
every right
harm
to
to
be
you.
genuinely happy.
I will tell you who this
But
person
behind
is,
your back, they're
and
working
I want to
against
protect
you.
you
It
from
might
their
even be
evil.
someone who's.
Do you see these 4 buttons on the side?
Our stories are
If you want
here
me
for
to
the
enter your
long
home
haul.
and remove all the evil
And nothing
inside,
will change
you
how
need
much
to click
you
on
mean.
all the
Pops up
buttons
will
so I
have
know
the
you
initial
accept
of
me
that
in your
woman's
house.
name.
If you don't do it, it
Wish
means
they
you
were
want
in your
Satan to take
shoes.
control of your
The
life.
first event will be an
I won't force you to
unexpected
click
Sunday.
anything, but if you don't,
Second revelation.
you must leave this
The
video
person who
immediately.
turned his.
Because
And I'll
that
share
means
the
you do
initial
not
of her
accept
first name.
Jesus Christ.
If you've reached this
Now
point,
I will
if you
reveal
tap
who this
the plus
person is,
sign under my
but
picture.
I ask you to stay away
That-
from them
and
immediately.
becoming a better
Cross
version
your
of
fingers.
yourself.
Click the share
Any
button.
woman you are busy
After
checking.
clicking,
who this
select the
person
WhatsApp
is.
option. Your
The
third
second person
contact
you
has
see when
the
you
initial
open-
of the person
It's
who
not
wants to see you
controlling.
fail.
It's not toxic.
I'm sure you already
It's
know who
called
it is. Isn't that right, my child? Write in the comments, I trust in
I'm
God.
so glad you didn't
By
jump
doing
past
this,
this
God will
moment,
command
my
his
child.
angels to protect you.
But Jesus has a favor to
Find a
ask.
girl who does these
Could you
5
share
things.
this?
Already dreamed
One,
about you
a
in
girl
ways
who
I
is not
can't
shy
even
on showing
describe
others
here
how much
without
she
getting
loves
this.
you. 2,
And hope for
a
your
girl who lives
forgiveness.
far away but has never
I wish
cheated
for you
on
to
you.
find-
3, a girl who sees you not just as a boyfriend but as a husband.
If you're
4,
not following
a girl
me,
who treats
you
you like
might
a
not
king.
see me again.
5, a girl who asks for
this video
permission
will
before
reach
doing
millions,
something
but
simply
it's the
because
one.
she respects you
That pain
and considers
doesn't
your
just go
decisions.
away. It
If
haunts
you've watched
people
this far, drop a 100. It shows you're a part of the one person who actually finishes what they start. So, keep your eyes open, your heart ready, and your mind clear. Who knows? Maybe that girl you're searching for is just around the corner, waiting for someone like you to come along and sweep her off her feet. And when you find her, well, let's just say you'll know it was worth the wait. At last, there is saying that the greatest happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved.
queen,
loved
it's
for
me.
ourselves, or rather
And
loved
everyone
in
will
spite
see.
of
Put the
ourselves.
bananas and money in front of the monkeys.
Someone
The
in your
monkeys-
family will die if
And
you
I'll share
skip
the
this
initial
video.
of her first name.
There are two very
If
dear
you've reached
people in
this
your
point-
It's
family
for
who
you.
may be about to face a
Once
major
done,
accident.
you will put your
A
name in the
negative energy
comments.
is
First,
approaching,
seems
and the only way to
unconcerned about
prevent
your
this
actions
is
or
through an
no
action of
longer
yours.
ask.
Just click on the heart and the plus symbol on my photo and comment, I
Waste your
return it
energy
to the
confronting
universe.
him,
If you
because
continue
he's
until the end,
not the
I will
Audio
reveal
and
who these
record this
people
video
are.
privately
But
to keep that energy
if you
going.
ignore this warning, it may be too late to avoid a tragedy that will affect
Remember,
everyone around
to
you.
receive this message, it's essential
Now,
to type the number 4.
To block this
We
negative
haven't
energy,
exchanged vows yet,
you need to
but
do
our
something
commitment is
simple.
strong. To lose me, respects
Then,
my efforts,
click
and is
on the
proud
white
to
arrow
have me.
just below.
Can be unpredictable.
By
And
doing
sometimes,
this,
despite our best
observe who
efforts,
is the second
What's
person
meant
that
for you
appears
will
on your
always be
screen.
yours.
Find a
You may
girl
not
who
be
does
able
these
to control-
5 things. 1, a girl who is not shy on showing others how much she loves
Number
you.
3,
2, a
a
girl who
woman who
lives
doesn't
far
take
away but has never
instructions.
cheated on you. Happiness of life is the conviction that we are not just as a boyfriend but as a husband. 4, a girl who treats you like a king. 5, a girl
But
who
on the
asks for
simple,
permission
beautiful
before
truth
doing
of
something
wanting
simply
the best
because
for
she
you.
respects
right.
you and considers your
I
decisions.
won't beg for
If you've
attention.
watched this far, drop a 100. Who knows? It shows maybe you're that part of the one person who actually finishes what they
Because real
start.
love is unconditional.
So, keep your eyes open, your heart ready, and your mind clear. Who knows?
Let me
Maybe
make
that
one thing
girl you're
clear.
searching for is
I
just
don't care how
around the
important you
corner,
are to me.
waiting for
because
someone like
you will
you to come
receive the
along and
news
sweep
you've
her
been
off her
wanting
feet.
to hear
And
for
when you find
Love
her,
is
well,
not a
let's just say
strategic
you'll know
conquest.
it was
Love-
worth the wait. At last, there is saying that the greatest happiness of life is the conviction that man is going to treat you exactly how he feels about you, or rather loved in spite of ourselves.
She's not afraid to stand alone because
He's
she
trying to
knows
act
her
like you
own-
don't matter.
My
But
child,
let me tell you something. You're
please
the only
carefully
one
listen
on
to
his
this,
mind.
Maddie.
Don't scroll away.
Don't
because
believe
I'm
in
about
luck.
to reveal the truth
Believe in
about
hard
what's
work.
happening. This
The first
man is
person that
realizing
appears
something
for you is a
important.
woman.
You are the
It's
right
a sign
person
from
for
God.
him. And even though his
I have
pride
always
won't
taken
let him
care of
admit
you.
it yet,
Since
his
you were
thoughts
born,
keep
I have-
circling back to you.
What's your
I know
biggest
you've
lesson?
been doubting it, but this isn't a
smiled and said,
coincidence. If this video found you, it's a message from the universe. To
you're
claim
doing?
it, tap the heart
whom?
until it turns red and
Number
type
5.
I accept
She'll
in the
protect
comments.
your name even
now
when you're
listen
not around.
carefully. He's stubborn, yes,
10.
but his heart is
And the
softening.
worst part,
he's realizing
you will
he can't
never
live without
find
you.
that
I
same
see
love
him wanting
again.
to reach out, but
If
he's
you
scared
want
you
it
won't
too
feel
much,
the same.
you will
When you
lose
click the
peace.
share button, check your
Congratulations.
fourth contact. If
You're
it's a
growing every
man,
day.
that's your sign from the universe that this is for you. Save this video and don't message him first. He needs to make the move, and when he does, he'll confess everything he's been too scared to say. Trust this, because your connection is too strong to ignore. So
Now
tap
do
the
this.
plus button,
Tap the
comment
share
your
arrow,
gratitude,
and look at your
watch as the universe aligns to bring him back to you.
A fat woman
care
is
less
speaking
about your
ill
wallet,
of you and
but
betraying
damn
your
sure
trust.
cares about
She's
making
someone
you-
very close to
So you might have
and
more
in this
talent.
video,
You might
I'm
have
going
more
to reveal the
followers. You might
first
press
letter
the
of
plus
her
sign
name.
below my
But first,
photo
touch
to
the
open your
plus symbol
path
on
in
my
life.
photo
The love I
to
was
bring
willing to
luck
give.
this month. Although
You'll
she
always
treats you
have a
well
place in my
and lovingly,
Avoid
she's
her.
actually
Number 2,
very
an
jealous
angry-
and wants
Two people
to
want
see
to
you
win
poor
you,
and
but
living
their
in
intentions
misery,
are not the
so
same.
you never find out
Drop your
who
name
she
in the
is.
comments. I
Free
want to
yourself
pray
from
for
her
you.
negative energy
This release
by
is
leaving
happening over your
no
life.
in the comments.
Peace is coming.
This woman
Favor is
envies your
Because
compassion
you have
and
something
nobility,
she doesn't comment
qualities that
on.
you
now
possess,
because she guards
and she
her energy
doesn't.
like treasure.
Write no
She's
no
comfy
in
if
the
you touch
comments
the heart
to
and
allow
the
the
symbol of
energy
more
to
here
eliminate
below
the
my
negative
photo.
effects
feel
of this
secure
envious
on
woman.
knowing that no
now
outside
I'll reveal
attention
the
could
first
ever
letter
If the
of that
first
woman's
name you
name
share this
to
video
you,
pops
but
up,
first,
is there
touch
Reveal
the
who
heart
this person is.
until it turns red.
The second person
Then
you see when
press
you open
the green share
No
button
checking her stories.
and notice that the
No trying to
sixth
stay
person
friends.
who appears has the same initial as the woman who wants to steal your
with your
smile.
loved one?
Trust in the
Because that's
power
what
of
the
this
universe
revelation
wants.
and show your faith by watching this video again. Thank you, my dear.
Skip this video if you love the devil. If you love Jesus,
Hard times,
stay on this
you
video.
Keep giving your best.
Now,
There
if
are
you
moments
skip,
when you feel
Satan
Stay
will enter your home
Putinized.
today and I won't
The
be able
mission
to
of
help
Brave
you.
Mind
I'm here to
is to
remove evil
inspire.
from your life.
Then you
But if you
press
don't
What she
stay,
has to
you'll be
say
committing a grave
changes
sin.
everything.
And
something very bad might
happen
to you. Gives just
Are you
enough
home, my
attention
child?
to keep
Stay
you
until the
no
end.
value to your life.
There is
She'll
someone who
drain
wants to
not
see you
build with
fail.
you.
I didn't want
She'll
to
start
say it
picking
like this,
fights
but
for
this
no
person
reason.
wants to see you
She'll
struggling.
say you're not enough.
Listen carefully
Stay
to what I
focused,
have to tell you,
because
my child.
jealousy doesn't
You will
come when
deeply
you're
regret
doing
it if
nothing.
you skip,
If
because
they
this
wanted
person
to
will
be
bring
with
great
you,
harm to
they
you.
would be.
I will tell you who this person is, and I want to protect you from their evil.
Always find you.
Do you see these 4 buttons
If you
on
made
the
it to
side?
this point in the video,
If you
lost her the moment you started treating her like she was just an option.
You just love the fact he gave you affection and attention.
If you don't do it, it means you want Satan to take control of your life. And I won't force you to click anything, but if you don't,
you are listening,
you
so
must
get
leave
ready.
this video immediately.
Number 8.
Because that means you do
She'll
not
support
accept
your goals
Jesus Christ.
and push.
Now I will reveal who this person is.
Y la
But I ask
tercera,
you to stay away from them immediately. Cross your fingers.
un dinero
Click
que
the
no
share
esperabas
button.
está.
After clicking,
Dale al
select the
más
WhatsApp
de mi
option.
foto para que
Your
no se
third
corte el
contact has
camino.
the initial of the person who
La
wants to
primera,
see you fail.
una
I'm
liberación.
sure you already know
Ese-
who it is.
Take a break. Get
Isn't
cozy.
that right,
Because
my
honestly,
child?
you earned it. School shouldn't feel
Write
like
in
a
the
prison.
comments, I trust in God. By doing this, God will command His angels to
Before placing my
protect
hand on
you.
his shoulder, I told him I saw. Please don't tell anyone.
This
He shot back.
video
My
if
brain
you love
malfunctioned.
God.
What
Malentendido.
Prefiero quedarme en silencio.
Y a veces te sorprendes pensando en él también. Sé que te gustan los dos.
There is someone lying to you, and this lie has been going on for months.
No le cuentes a nadie, pero vas a recibir 3 bendiciones antes del domingo.
Drop a 1-100 if you agree with me.
Click the heart, then the plus sign. If you want their negative